Hi viewers, welcome for my another video. In this session, I will give you how to install HBase NoSQL database in Ubuntu system. Also, I will give you a small demonstration so that you will feel better that what are the steps we should follow to get HBase shell without an error for big data analysis. Let's start the demonstration. So for working HBase, kickoff step is to download HBase from Apache website. So you just copy this URL and paste it in your web browser. Right? You can also keep extra caution on choosing the current file for your Hadoop. In my machine, I have installed Hadoop 2, so that I will choose HBase 0.98.20 Hadoop 2. So there are two different versions are available for HBase. So one is for Hadoop 1 and as well as Hadoop 2. So in my machine I have installed Hadoop 2, so I can choose this one. Right? So once you click on that particular file, and then it automatically reside in your download folder. So you just click on that download folder. Once the download has been completed, it will reside in your download folder. So see, so already I have downloaded the HBase file for my Hadoop 2. So see, HBase 0. My version is 0.98.20 Hadoop 2 bin.tar.zz. So copy the tar file, just copy the tar file, and you can paste it anywhere else in your Ubuntu machine. In my machine I have chosen home directory is my HBase native folder. So once you paste by clicking, right click your mouse and paste it, choose a paste, and once it pasted in your home directory, then you just right click again that mouse cursor and just choose extract here. Once you chosen that one, it will extracted in your home directory as tar file. So I already done this step. So, and also you can change the HBase 0.98.20 Hadoop 2 and so, and for the further configuration you can change simply as HBase. See, this is my HBase folder, and once this step, once you have done this, the next step is, now let's update our /etc/profile file. You just copy it. You can just pause your video and copy, or else you can note it down these commands and go to your terminal and paste it and press enter, and you can give your root password. These are the system files, so it require the system permission, root directory permission. See, this particular thing you have to done it over here. You just pause your video and just copy it. So these are the, once you completed this part, then you can choose save and exit. Now update hbase-en environment.sh file, which will reside on your hbase folder under config folder. You just double click on it, and again you can directly open it, else otherwise you can open it with editor. You just double click it. Here we can update the Java home path, and you can check your home path by just giving the command Java home. I just copy it and paste it over there in our terminal. Yes. So in my machine I have installed Java 8 JDK. So hopefully you have done this particular Java home path while you are setting Hadoop environment variable. So you just bring it from bash rc and you can paste it in hbase environment.sh. So see, I have pasted here, and you can also ensure that in that particular path is uncommented. So once you done this, you save that folder, environment folder, and exit. You save and exit. Okay, so I have already done. In this hbase installation, we need to update another file called hbase site.xml. This is the most important configuration in hbase installation. So again you move on to the same hbase config folder, and you can find hbase-site.xml. You just double click it. Now the file got open. Just updating the path between configuration and /configuration. So initially you didn't find these steps, so I have updated. Okay, so up to this you have to paste it in between configuration and configuration. Again you have to just pause your video and just note it down, this configuration. This is enough. And this particular value HDFS 127.0.1. is a local IP, and 543110 is my port number, which earlier I have set that particular steps in Hadoop configuration. So you make ensure that the same set of things will be appear in both HBase as well as Hadoop. Right. So once you done this steps, then you can again choose save and close it. And one more, you have to ensure this configuration is sudo etc/host. Okay. Okay. The thing is, I didn't specify any editor. Right, here you see, so the local host IP is 127.0.0.1 and the user user for user the IP is different earlier. So this is nothing like earlier it was set 127.0.1.1, and you can make it a 127.0.0.1 for all the users which assigned in your local machine. So once you are done, again you save and close it. Okay. So you can these are the configuration is required for HBase. Once you have done this, you can verify this configuration by okay, I will close every okay. You can verify the Java process by giving JPS, and don't forget it, before giving this command you have to start your Hadoop by giving the command start -all.sh. So already I given this command so that I directly started with JPS. So this particular command will help you to identify which are the processes are running Hadoop process as well as the daemons. Okay, so the Hadoop process are run without any error, and now we go for start HBase by giving the command start -hbase.sh. So after this step, now we can finding new process got initiated by giving again the same JPS command. Some other new process have been initiated once we started with HBase along with the necessary Hadoop daemons. See, now totally 9 processes got initiated and new processes are HMaster and HQuarampeer as well as H region server. So these 3 new process has been initiated once you started HBase, and now we go for next phase by typing HBase shell. This will bring into HBase shell. Further, you can create table in HBase environment. So based on your physical memory, this process got initiated as quick as possible. right. Now we got the shell. As I said, I will show you a simple demonstration on HBase, and the first command is version. So this will give you the current version of your HBase, and the next command is who am I. This will give the user information currently login into HBase, and currently the HT user is the user currently login into that HBase. And one more command I will show you is table help. This will give you how to create the table, as well as how to create the namespace, and how to get the value, as well as put the value onto the HBase table. And one more command is status. So these are the basic commands which will help you to understand about the basic things about HBase. So it will give you how many number of masters as well as servers are running, as well as average load. So that's all about the configuration of HBase. Thank you for watching this video.